Okay, so this is Skinner's mother. What's her name? Agnes. I'm gonna resort it and all that, but Agnes, you know, and the way I'm rating it is on the value that the character adds to the show. You know, how good I think the character is. So what that means is pretty much every main character, like the Simpsons, are gonna be S tier, like just automatically. Agnes, not Maude. Agnes is, you know, she does a good role. You know, she's the cranky mother. Skinner lives with her still, even though he's, you know, got his career and he's a head teacher of a school, and it's like this nice dynamic. It's funny. I think she's minimum a B tier character. Okay, I'll put her in C just for now, because I was thinking, yeah, she's a nice character, but I don't know how many standout lines she has. So I'm putting her in C just for now. Okay, Apu. Apu is a funny character. He has, you know, a few episodes that are about him. You know, who needs the quickie mart? And then, you know, I do that one. I really like that episode. And we're basing this off of the older Simpsons episodes, not really anything past season 20. I like Apu a lot as a character. And he's a family man. Obviously, he has his 8 kids and all that. Apu is a minimum B tier character for me. Minimum B. Apu is cancelled, bro. Put him in F. Apu is minimum B. I might move him up to A afterwards. Barney's like, you know, he burps. That's his thing. He's a drunk, he burps. But I do like his backstory of how he was this really smart dude. Like, Barney's a smart guy. He has a helicopter license. He you know, had his competitor to Mr. Plow, which was Plow King. And, you know, his life kind of got ruined by Homer, who introduced him to alcohol when he was, you know, on the way to be the valedictorian in college. I think his character has depth. But again, I don't know how many standout moments he has. Right now, I'll put him in C, but he could also move up. You really be knowing all the Simpsons lore. Barney is D for drunk. All right. Bart is an S tier character. What can I say about Bart? Bart even ranks #1 among the Simpsons family, because he's like the star. Like, let's be honest, like, he's freaking Bart. He's an icon. He's an icon. He's a legend. I watched this TV series, not a series, this TV like special, which was ranking the 50 best TV kids. So it was ranking TV kids. So like the what are the name of those twins? The Olsen twins, and just other like childhood kids on TV. And Bart and Lisa Simpson ranked #1, and they were the only animated kids. So he's S tier. Let's see what we have next. Oh, this is Dr. Hibbert's wife. I don't actually know her name. Let's see. Bernice Hibbert. That's her name, Bernice. All I know about Bernice is that she's quite a, you know, sophisticated lady. I think I've only ever really seen her getting shocked by something Bart's done. Honestly, there's not much to her character. I don't know much about her. She's an F tier character for me. You know, not saying she's a bad character, but there's really not much to her, to be honest. I don't remember much about her at all. Bart is honestly a great character in the old episodes. He's probably the deepest character. Yeah, I mean, that episode where he was really, it was called Bart Gets an F, right? He was really trying to do well in exams and he just couldn't pull it off. And that was a really emotional scene for me when he was crying to Edna Krabappel, Krabappel. Yeah, Bart is simply the most relatable. Honestly, I found Lisa very relatable as well. But that was probably because when I was younger, I was just trying to be a know-it-all as well. So, yeah. Okay, this is a lawyer. I don't know what his name is. He's basically the lawyer that's actually good at his job. Good Lawyer Simpsons. Wait, he doesn't have a name. Oh, crap. That's amazing. He's actually just known as the blue-haired lawyer. That's crazy. Okay. I remember him just being, you know, he's like the good lawyer, the lawyer that's good at his job. But I really don't remember much about him. He doesn't even freaking have a name. I think he's gonna have to go in F tier. But I do know that he has a very sarcastic tone. And I remember finding that funny. so he could go up to E tier, but for right now, he's gonna stay in F tier. Homer in old episodes is the best. Homer is like, yeah, honestly, I might even say he's number one among the Simpsons as well, because Homer is kind of the lead guy, isn't he? I don't know who's made me laugh more, Homer or Bart. So it's a toss-up between those two. But I also really appreciate, I think Bart is slightly more iconic. That's the only thing. I think Bart is more iconic. That monitor looking good. Which monitor? Wait, what? Oh, this monitor. No, they're not paying me. Don't pay attention. Don't pay attention to this, bro. Sideshow Bob is a good character. He can get sort of one note because all he wants to do is kill Bart. But I did like how, you know, there was that whole conspiracy where he was pretending to be Krusty the Clown, and he got discovered because of his long legs. I did like that, or his long feet, should I say. And Sideshow Bob, he is the driving force of a few episodes. Not a lot, but a few episodes. Old Bob was the best. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna put Sideshow Bob in B tier. Lurleen no, this isn't Lurleen. Francine. This is Cletus's wife. You know, she's supposed to be another, you know, country bumpkin type. I think that's what you would refer to her as. His wife, who is his cousin. Yeah, that's true. Francine, she doesn't say much. She kind of just is Cletus's wife. That's pretty much her character. But she has had some moments that I think I'm like, okay, yeah, that was kind of funny. I'm gonna put her in E tier because really there's not much to her, but she has had some moments. Bumblebee Man, you know, I think he only speaks Spanish, right? So I've never really understood a word he's said, but his character is a nice extra character. You know, it's just a nice extra. He's never really driven any episodes, but you do appreciate his presence. So for me, he's also an E tier. Here's the thing, right? I'm gonna put some people in D, E, and F, but without them, The Simpsons would be a worse show. You need all of these characters to make The Simpsons, because a big part of a show is the side characters. Carl is a good side character. He is a good side character. You know, he's one of Homer's buddies, and he comes in with some one-liners. So Carl is good. I don't think I'd put him on the level of B because he hasn't really influenced episodes like that. But he is a good side character, so I'm putting him in the front of C. He could eventually get bumped up. I'm putting him in the front of C, and also I'm actually gonna start ordering it like this, where, you know, the characters closer to the front are ranked higher. Who's this? Is this Sideshow Bob's brother? Cecil Terwilliger. Okay, yeah, Cecil Terwilliger. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember this dude. Like, I know him, I recognize his face, but I don't really remember what he's done as a character. If I bring him up here, you know, these are images of him. I think he was also like kind of evil as well. Yeah, see, they're both in prison. I remember this scene. This scene's funny. But yeah, nah, I don't know. His character doesn't mean much to me. I'm gonna put him in F tier. But because he has had an episode with Sideshow Bob, I'll put him in the front of F tier. But I really don't remember this dude that much. Obviously, Superintendent Chalmers. I think he's a great character. He keeps Skinner on his toes, and he has had some standout moments for me. Minimum C tier. Honestly, I haven't put anyone else in A tier, so I'm thinking of moving Apu and Sideshow Bob up to A tier, honestly, because I'm trying to think who else here would I put in A tier. There are a few I put in A tier, so I'll hold off for now, but they might move up. Chalmers is gonna get B tier for me. He's gonna get B tier. I really like Chalmers as a character. This is an A tier character. Yes, Wiggum, A tier. This dude is, I mean, he represents the police force on the show, and he's just very funny, isn't he? He's very funny. He's had so many breakout moments. A tier, easy, no contest. Wiggum, Yeah. What's Wiggum's first name? I can't remember for some reason. Oh, Clancy. Yeah. But he's just known as Chief Wiggum. Yeah. A tier for me. A tier. Cletus is funny, you know. Cletus, the slack-jawed yokel. Cletus is great. He's B tier. He's here for me. I like Cletus a lot as a character. I think he's very funny. Comic book guy is a cool character. Obviously he's very sarcastic. He's very into his comic books. Obviously he runs the dungeon, the something dungeon. That's the name of the comic book shop. Is it Emperor's Dungeon? I can't even remember what it's called. But yeah, his character is minimum B tier for me. I'm gonna put him here. His character might be high C tier though. Or maybe... Because I'm thinking, how many episodes has he actually impacted? Like, he's impacted this episode. I don't really think so. I don't think he has impacted that many episodes. So, it's Android's Dungeon. Thank you. I'm gonna put him in C tier. I don't think he's a nice character, but I don't think he's really impacted episodes that heavily. He has had a few, but not that many in my opinion. Disco Stew wants to do this to you. Like, Disco Stew is a cool character. I'm gonna put him in D tier because, you know, he is literally just a side character, but he is quite memorable, more memorable than Francine and Bumblebee Guy in my opinion, but not quite on the level of these. So he's going in D tier for me. Forgettable Bully A. Now, this is Dolph, isn't it? He's one of the bullies, but he really doesn't have much to say or do in the show. He's an E tier character. You know, he's not an F because as one of the bullies, he plays a key role in being one of Bart's antagonists. But he doesn't stand out like Francine and Bumblebee Guy. Like, he could literally just not be there. I'm gonna put him at the front of F tier. The front of F tier. Stop saying Francine. It's making me think of an inferior show. American Dad is a really good show as well. Cletus's wife is not called Francine. She's called Brandine. Oh, crap. You're right, Dude Perfect. Yeah, Brandine. You're right. My bad. Okay, Dr. Hibbert. Minimum B tier. You know, that laugh, the fact that he'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry, you have syphilis." Like, it's, you know, he's a funny character. Minimum B tier. I don't think I'd put him on the level of Chief Wiggum. I think I even find Cletus more funny, and Sideshow Bob is more impactful, and he's going here. He's a B tier character for me. Dr. Nick is hilarious. Dr. Nick is hilarious. He's either at the max of B tier or the minimum. Hey everybody. Hey Dr. Nick. Or hi everybody. Hi Dr. Nick. Because I'm thinking of putting him in A tier, and then I'm like, is he better than Apu though? So then that makes me want to put Apu in A tier as well. Like, that's how I feel. But he's not as impactful as Chief Wiggum though, in my opinion. He's just not. He's like the bad doctor. That's his thing. And Apu runs the Quickie Mart. He's going in B tier. He's going in B tier for now. But he's near the front, so he could potentially get bumped up. This is one of the assistant policemen. I can't remember his name, but you know, as one of the assistant policemen, he's a side character. He doesn't say much, you know, just like with this guy, who I'll just rank next. But you know, he plays a key role in the police force. I think he can go in D tier. And he's in D tier too, but he's higher than him. I think I recognize this dude more. And Disco Stew will go in between them two. I think this is how I want to rank it. Edna Krabappel. I like Edna Krabappel's character. She has a lot of depth as well. You know, the whole idea that she's really trying to find a man and that she's lonely. And that she ended up marrying Ned Flanders. I think her character has a lot of depth to her. Rest in peace to the voice actress for Edna as well. And that laugh, that ha character. I can't do the laugh probably, like ha. That's basically her laugh. I'm probably gonna end up putting more people in B tier, in A tier I mean. But for right now, I'm putting her here. Like, I really like her character. She has a lot of depth to her. Oh, freaking Fat Tony. Yeah, no, Fat Tony is a legendary character. I really like this dude. You know what? I'm upset that Johnny Tightlips. I'm sorry. I was about to say I'm upset Johnny Tightlips isn't here. Johnny Tightlips has some of the best one-liners in this entire show. Fat Tony is an A-tier character because he has such a heavy impact on a lot of episodes. Fat Tony for me is an A-tier character. Johnny Tightlips has some of the best one-liners on this entire show, but you might not actually know him because he's a very side character. But because of his one-liners alone, I think that should put him in at least C tier. And for his one-liners alone, I'm gonna put him right here in between Barney and Comic Book Guy. Like, he has some of the best one-liners. You're saying Tony is S tier, impacted so many episodes, deep, funny. Is he that deep a character? I don't think his character has that much depth. I just think he's very funny. He does have a child though, to be fair, and he had that episode where he was trying to get his kid to take over for him. So maybe. Who the hell is Johnny? Johnny Tightlips is a funny character. Type in Johnny Tightlips funniest moments and then only watch the first 30 seconds because after that, they do the seasons after season 20 and it's not as funny. Okay, this is Frank Grimes. He was in one episode. He was basically Homer's foil, like just the person who was opposite to Homer, and he's the only person who could see Homer for what he is, you know, an idiot. His character wasn't that funny, but his character was supposed to be a sensible person in the world of The Simpsons. So for an episode of The Simpsons that's really good, his character served a key role. However, he was in one episode. I think he might have been in another where his son comes back for revenge and he was there as a memory, but his character just didn't have that much of an impact, except for the episode he was in. I'm putting him in D tier. You're saying Frank Grimes is A tier. Frank Grimes is very important in one episode. He was in more in Halloween. I don't really remember, to be honest. But yeah, his character is very important in one episode. For me, that doesn't put him in A tier. Okay, you know what? I'll put him in C tier. I'm going to put him in C tier. Professor Frink, obviously. Another great character. The Experimenter. Great for the Treehouse of Horror episodes. Great for those because he's making all these inventions and stuff. I'm putting Professor Frink in B tier. Professor Frink is in B tier. He will go right here. There we go. What's his name? What is this dude's name? Gil. Okay, I knew it began with G. Yeah, he's old Gil. Yeah, you're right. You know, his character is a down on your luck salesman, very downtrodden, going through a lot of issues in his life, and he's constantly trying to get his way back and get back on his feet again. I think his character is a very relatable character in that sense, and you can feel sorry for him and a lot of the time. You know, he comes across quite desperate a lot of the time, and he provides a lot of laughs. So for me, he's going in C tier, the very front of C tier for me. There we go. Abe Simpson, obviously Homer Simpson's father. He's an A tier character for me. Abe Simpson, he's quite developed and his relationship with Homer is explored quite a lot. And then obviously he has a thing where he tells the stories and they just trail off into nowhere. And he's had his own romances and heartbreaks. Like, his character's great. I'm not even just going to put him there. I'm going to put him here. You know what? I'm putting him at the top of A tier. He's at the top of A tier. You're saying S tier for Abe? Potentially he could move into S tier. Right now for me, Abe is at the very top of A tier. Oh, this is, don't tell me his name. Don't tell me his name. I know the character. I'm just trying to remember the name. Scorpio. This is Hank Scorpio, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, great character. Again, one episode, but the episode he's in is fantastic. See, I almost feel bad about putting Frank Grimes here now because it's the exact same situation. He's a great character, but he's in one episode. It might not be fair to put someone down so much for the fact that they were in one episode. For that, I'm going to move Frank Grimes to B, and I'm going to put Scorpio in B as well. You know, it's just really the fact that he's in one episode. That's what, you know, puts him down. But he is good. He is good. Mole Man! I think Mole Man is so funny as a character. Like, this dude is supposed to be old as hell, but at the same time, he's only 8 or something. Like, his age is just a complete mystery. And he has a lot of funny one-liners as well. I really like Mole Man as a character. He's going in C tier minimum for me. I'll put him here. Actually, no, under Johnny Tight Lips. I like Mole Man. He's 31. Right, I'm only 31 years old. This is the Reverend's wife. I can't remember his name right now. Reverend Lovejoy. Reverend Lovejoy. So yeah, this is Helen Lovejoy. She's the one that always goes, "Would somebody please think of the children?" That's her character. You know, nice character, funny. She serves an important role in being one of Marge's antagonists. Sometimes friend, often antagonist, who's, you know, because she has this sort of holier than thou aura because she's the Reverend's wife, and is often judgmental towards Marge and all that. I think her character does play a key role, but she's also not that significant at the same time. So for me, she's going in D tier. This is the dude who sells illegal weapons, and he's like a veteran, and he has one arm. He's an E tier character for me. You know, he is the war guy. Herman, that's it. He is the war guy, and he has had some moments in episodes where he's like selling weapons or something. But other than that, there's not much to him. So I'm going to put him in E tier. Homer Simpson, A tier. Easy A tier. In fact, you know what? Homer Simpson is above Bart. When I think about it. Because he has more responsibility than Bart does. You know, and he's been developed a lot. Yeah, Homer Simpson. Definitely S tier. No contest. Oh, did I say A by accident? Yeah, I meant S tier. Sea Captain. Oh, he's mainly just known as Sea Captain, but his real name is Horatio Peter McAllister. Okay, so yeah, I never knew him by that name. I just knew he was a captain. So yeah, Sea Captain is what he's known as. You know, his character's cool. He has some one-liners there, but I think for me, he's on the level of D tier for me. You know, he has one-liners every once in a while. He's like Disco Stew to me. Like, he's a character that you need there, but he's not really going to have an episode about him. He's just there, you know what I mean? But he might have had an episode about him. I do remember one episode that was quite focused around him. Maybe it was like a seafood episode or something. But yeah, I'll put him there. Itchy from Itchy and Scratchy. Itchy and Scratchy is funny, you know? Those are the little gags, the little cutaways. Obviously, as characters, there's not much to them, but Itchy and Scratchy are still key characters because we love the Itchy and Scratchy show. So I'm gonna put Itchy and Scratchy in D tier because we love the Itchy and Scratchy show, but as characters there isn't much to them, you know? Oh, this is another old guy. He has a lot of one-liners too, but I can't remember his freaking name. But yeah, I like his character. He's one of, you know, the people living in the old folks home. He can go in C tier. Actually, no. You know what? He'll go above Disco Stew. I like his one-liners a lot, but there's not much to him. Oh, this is Squeaky guy, the squeaky voice guy who works in he works in a lot of places. The movie theater, the Krusty Burger, which is funny. I've only just now made that connection, that Krusty Burger and Krusty Krab, and they both sell burgers. I've never made that connection before. He's a nice side character as well, like a good side character, but he doesn't have many moments, so I'm putting him in E tier. This is Bart's girlfriend, or, you know, was Bart's girlfriend, Reverend Lovejoy and Helen Lovejoy's daughter. You know, she has like one main episode, which is when she, you know, starts going out with Bart, and she's like way more of a bad girl than Bart is a bad boy, so he gets intimidated by her. Her character wasn't particularly memorable in my opinion, but she was Bart's girlfriend in a sense, you know? I'll put her down. She had one episode. E tier. I was trying to put her in F, but I'm gonna put but this dude had an episode as well. Yeah, nah, she's an F tier for me. She's an F tier. Not much to her in my opinion. Jimbo is you know, one of, like, you know, when it comes to Bart's bullies, it goes Nelson is the number one bully, then it's Jimbo. And Jimbo also had the episode where he was dating that girl that Bart had a crush on that was babysitting him. I like Jimbo's character. but he's not that impactful a character. But I do like his character. He's gonna go in B tier for me, above Helen. Yeah. Troy Mcclure is definitely here. I saw your question, Master Marshtomp, and I was like, there's no way they left out Troy Mcclure. No freaking way they would leave him out. Kang and Kodos, great characters. You know, they pretty much run Treehouse of Horror, to be honest. And yeah, very funny too. Like, yeah, they are minimum B tier characters. Where would I rank them here? Because the Treehouse of Horrors are so fun, that puts them quite up here. Above Dr. Nick. Yeah. Kang and Kodos go there for me. Nelson isn't evil. He is just misunderstood. Yeah, he's not an evil dude. He's just, you know, he's still a bully though. Like, he's still a bully. All right, this is Kearney. You know, his character is more memorable than Dolph. And I think he has a kid, doesn't he? Like, he has a kid. So that gives him some more depth. He's a teen father. But he's not on the level of Jimbo. So he's an E tier character. Nah, he's an F tier, but he's above Dolph. Yeah. F tier, but above Dolph for me. Kent Brockman. He does Eye on Springfield, and he's the news reporter of the show. Like, he is the show's news reporter. I think he's a key character for that reason. I think he's minimum C tier. Only thing is, he doesn't have, in my opinion, like many moments where I say, oh, this is like a great character. Like, he's not like the B tier characters we have. So he's C tier for me. And I'll put him here. C tier. Kirk. Thank you, dude. Perfect. Kirk Van Houten. He tries to be a good father, but you know, he's not succeeding necessarily. But you know, he tries. He's not as bad as Homer. His wife does not have any respect for him whatsoever, and he lacks self-esteem. In a way, I think his character is very relatable to some people. And you know, his character does, when I see Kirk, I see someone who wants to be better, you know? And that's very relatable in my opinion. He hasn't had many episodes or even moments in episodes where I'm like, oh, this character. I don't know if I put him in B tier, but he is quite high up in C tier for me. I think I'm gonna put him here. You'd say he's the foil to Homer? I would say Frank Grimes was more the foil to Homer, in my opinion. Because that was literally the purpose of his character, to be honest. But without him, then yeah, I guess you could say Kirk kind of is, because, you know, he's not confident, whereas Homer's very confident. Homer's not very smart. See, the thing is, Kirk isn't that smart either, but he's smarter than Homer is, you know? Krusty the Clown, legendary character. If he's not in A tier, then he's at the least in the very top of B tier. But he introduces the idea of show business to the show. You know, he like introduces a world to the Simpsons that the other characters don't. And so for that, I'm putting him in A tier. And also he has a lot of funny moments as well. He's the clown, so of course he would. But yeah, he goes in A tier for me. This is one of the gangsters. I don't remember much about him, but you know, he's one of Fat Tony's goons. What can you say? I don't even know how many lines he has, but I know he does have lines. I think the goon with the afro. Okay, so this one, I remember him more, to be honest. So I'm gonna put him in D tier. We'll put him here. Yeah. And then, you know, another one of his goons, but with the afro. He's also in D tier, but I do rank him higher than this one. So I'm gonna put him here. Okay, Lenny. Lenny is a great character too. Honestly, I feel like Lenny should be in B tier, but he's not above Carl in my opinion. In my opinion, they are on the exact same level. Oh, nah, Lenny is slightly... I think Lenny has more lines. I think Lenny just has more lines, honestly. But I do like Carl as a character. I think he's a cool, chill guy. And he does his job, and he does it well, you know? This is tough. Because he's not really on the level of these characters, in my opinion. I'm putting Lenny at the top of C tier. I like Lenny, you know? I'm putting him at the top of C tier. Lionel Hutz, attorney at law. Lionel Hutz is a legendary character. So funny. minimum high B. Minimum high B. I don't think he's quite on the level of the A tier characters we have, but he's a fantastic character. I really like him. Lionel Hutz, easy high B tier for me. Great character, great character. And Lionel Hutz is voiced by the same voice actor for Troy McClure. Lisa, S tier character. S tier character. I really like Lisa. I related to her so much. So yeah. This is Kirk's wife, Luann. Yes. You know, Luann is basically, she's just endlessly disappointed in Kirk, you know, and not entirely for bad reason. You know, she expects more from Kirk as a husband, as a father. She just expects more from him, but she can be quite harsh sometimes, and she also has been quite mean to Marge. But I feel like that makes her a very real character. You know, you can't have every character be a nice person, right? And she's not, I don't think she's a bad person, but she is quite, I feel like a lot of the time she is quite mean-spirited. And I do like when you can have a character that's like that, but they're not evil. They're just you know, I feel like a lot of the times you can get into a situation where everyone is just nice, and there's no, you know, not everyone's nice in life. And, you know, The Simpsons tries to be a parody of life, and so a character like her is essential in my opinion. But she's not as memorable as the C tier characters in my opinion. So she does go in D tier for me. Let me potentially E tier, because she doesn't say that much. But then I look at you know, Helen Lovejoy, and I'm like, it's the same basic idea. I'm putting her above Helen Lovejoy. She'll go there. Okay, so this is the chef. I can't remember, but he's the Italian chef, Luigi. You know, he runs the restaurant, but there's not much to him in my opinion. He's just Italian, like that's his character. So he's an F tier character for me. He's at the bottom. Like, yeah, he runs the restaurant, but there's nothing to his character. I'm putting him in F tier. I'd argue The Simpsons is almost as iconic to Tamago as Club Penguin. I think that's a fair assessment to make. Yeah. I'm known more for Club Penguin, but in terms of the impact on my channel, yeah, The Simpsons is, yeah, I would say it is as iconic to like my channel as Club Penguin. That's true. I would say it goes Club Penguin, The Simpsons, Neopets, and because I made a series out of it, The Tester then goes in there. Those are like sort of my most iconic, but within the sphere of people that watch me, videos I've done. This is Lunch Lady. For some reason the name Lewis is coming up, but I don't know if her name was Lewis. Is it Lunch Lady Dorothy? Lunch Lady Doris. That's so funny, right? I said Lewis or Dorothy, and it's Doris, like a mix of the two names. So you can see how my brain was working there. She's a funny character, you know, she serves the kids slop. Lunch Lady Doris. Side character, doesn't say much, but I do like the fact that, you know, she has those one-liners when she's serving the lunch. So she goes in E tier, and I'll put her above the dude that sells the weapons. This is the dude who sold the monorail to the Simpsons. Oh, to Springfield, I should say. I can't remember his name, but he's like, you know, I've sold monorails to Ogdenville, Shelbyville, and New Haverfield, and by goodness did it put them on the map. Like, his character was so good. He has one of, if not the best song on The Simpsons. You know, Monorail, it might not be the best song, but it's one of the best songs. Oh, Lyle Lanley, yeah, that's his name. That's his name, Lyle Lanley. Because I put Frank Grimes and him, it's only fair that he goes minimum B tier, even though he was only in one episode. And it's just the song. The song was so good. He's at the front of the one episode legendary characters. Biggest tragedy in The Simpsons, the ring came off Wiggum's pudding cup. Opinions on The Simpsons movie. I really liked The Simpsons movie. I loved it when I was younger. Like, I was so excited for this movie. The only movies I've been more excited, I was excited for Endgame, but it's different. Being excited for something when you're a kid is different than being excited for something when you're an adult. Like, I was 20 when Endgame came out, and you know, when the Simpsons movie came out, I was 8. The level of excitement I had for the Simpsons movie was just different. So yeah, I loved that movie. Maggie, okay, I said I'd put all the main Simpsons in S tier. Maggie is, you know, she's Maggie, but she's not a great character because there's not much to her. She's just Maggie, you know? She's the kid, she's the baby, she's Maggie. Only thing is, she's like a sharpshooter. Like, she shot Mr. Burns, and she's a badass. Like, she's a badass character, even though she's a baby. But she has had, you know, roles where she's spoken, but she doesn't really speak. So I can't put her in S tier. I just can't put her in S tier. And honestly, I can't put her in A tier either. I just can't. She hasn't got that much depth. But Maggie is obviously the baby. She's cute. She looks just like Lisa. Maggie's going in B tier. I'll put her here. Like, not even. Okay, yeah, I'll put her here. Maggie goes in B tier. You're saying Maggie is the best of the main Simpsons. Okay, inside us there are 4 wolves. Explain to me why she is the best. Explain. Go on. She nearly killed Mr. Burns. Easy S tier. Listen, I love Maggie. She shot Mr. Burns. She saved Homer. She saved Homer from the gangsters, from Fat Tony. She's a sick character. But there's not much to her character, you know? She's a baby. I'm not putting Maggie in S tier. I've explained myself. Marge, a S tier. Freaking S tier character, Marge. We love Marge. Martin Prince. You know, he's the nerdy kid who's really smart, the gifted kid. Very, you know, self-confident in his academics. He still gets bullied and all that, but you know, he is the smart kid. I like his character. I think for me, Martin Prince is a C. I'm just comparing him to the other D tier characters. Martin Prince is a C tier character for me. He's C tier, but I'll put him at the bottom of C tier. You're raging because of Maggie. Listen, Maggie is B tier. I'm sorry. Okay, Maude Flanders. You know, she had a very tragic demise. She was just she was a very nice lady. She raised her kids. She was, you know, a good wife. She's a nice character. But there wasn't much. I really don't remember much about her character, though. That's the only thing. She was just, you know, Ned Flanders' wife. I'm trying to remember if there really was an episode where she had power or where she did something like major. I know there was that Treehouse of Horror episode. But aside from that, I really don't know much about Maude as a character. So as much as, you know, I like her and it's, you know, like rest in peace Maude, I don't think her character was that strong. She did in that episode where she died. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously in the episode where she dies, she's gonna have an effect on the episode. But yeah, I'm gonna give Maude the D tier. I'll put her in D tier. We'll put her here. Actually, no, above the gangster. Yeah, we'll put her there. We'll put her above Legs. How is Lenny, you mean? See, inside us there are wolves. You're saying how is Larry and Carl C tier? You don't even know Larry's name, okay? I made my explanation for why they're in C tier, but they're at the very top of C tier, which means they can actually move up. Anyone who's at the very front can potentially move up to the next level. This is Krusty's sidekick, Sideshow Mel. You know, he's the sidekick. He takes all of Krusty's crap. But as far as his character is concerned, I don't think there's much to him. I'm gonna put Sideshow Mel in D tier. I'm gonna put him in D tier. He can go here. Yeah, he's D tier for me. Milhouse, obviously Bart's best friend. Milhouse is a funny character. He is minimum B tier for me. It's all coming up Milhouse. I like Milhouse a lot as a character. I like him. He's cool. I do like Milhouse. I think I'm gonna put him here. Yeah, Milhouse goes in B tier. Mo Sizlak, legend character, legend. Oh my god, legendary character. Right, immediately. See, now this makes me think. I'm like, bro, should I have limited S tier to only The Simpsons? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Mo is a fantastic character. And he has had a few episodes that were great, and they were about him. You know, Flaming Moe's was a fantastic episode. Wow, Moe is the first character here that isn't a Simpson that I'm thinking of putting in S tier. Honestly, like, to be honest with you. You know what? I'm breaking the rule. Non-Simpson characters can be S tier. Moe Szyslak gets S tier for me. He gets S tier. I love his character. I think his character is great. You know, and there is depth to his character as well. The fact that he's a really lonely guy and he runs this bar, and you know, he has problems with his body image because he sees himself as ugly, and so he has trouble dating. Like, there's a lot to his character, you know what I mean? Mr. Burns, easy A tier character. Easy A tier. You know, I can't start putting everyone in S tier. Like, let's not be silly. I can't put everyone in S tier. Burns is an A tier character for me. Oh, this is the music teacher. I can't remember his name, but this is the music teacher. Just because he's played such a pivotal role in the intro of the freaking episodes, he's not going in F tier. But there's not much to his character, so he goes in E tier. Miss Hoover, not much to her character for me. She can go into D tier though. I think she is a slightly above E tier, so I'll put her in D tier. Ned Flanders, easy A tier. Easy A tier. Just no question, easy A for me. Okay, Nelson, A tier as well. A tier character. I'll put him here. Nelson is A tier. We love Nelson. Otto, wow, we're getting a lot of great characters right now. A lot of great characters. Otto is B tier for me. Otto can go here. No, here. A tier character. I mean B tier character for me. Patty. Oh wow, a lot of the best characters were saved for the end. Patty is a high B. High B. Mayor Quimby, yes. Mayor Quimby, you know, the sleazebag, corrupt, but very funny. He's a C tier character in my opinion, but high C tier. Yeah, Rainier Wolfcastle, he obviously, his little bits in, you know, where he's, you know, they have these movie scenes are good, but as a character, you know, he's literally just a movie star. Like, that's all his character is. He goes in D tier for me, but he is definitely at the top. He's either at the top of D tier or the bottom of C tier, in my opinion. But I can't put him above Lou. Okay, here's what I'm doing. Lou is getting moved up to C tier. And I'm doing it like that. Ralph. We love Ralph. Some of the best one-liners on the entire show. You know, and the fact he's related to an A-tier character. He's a son of Chief Wiggum. Fantastic character. And, you know, he has depth to him as well. Obviously, you have the episode where he was dating Lisa. And Lisa, you know, broke his heart. And you could see the exact frame of the video where his heart broke. We love Ralph. Honestly, he's above his father. A-tier character. Easy. We love Ralph. Reverend Lovejoy. It's interesting they chose this picture and not him in his, like, Reverend clothing. But Reverend Lovejoy, cool character. We see him every time the Simpsons are in church. And he acts as the Simpsons commentary on religion. So he plays a very key role. I'm trying to think of, like, what one-liners he has. And it doesn't really come to mind, honestly. So while I would put him in B tier, I think I'm gonna have to put him in high C tier. I'll put him right behind Carl. No, behind Barney. His character plays such a key role though, but also the mayor plays the role of being, you know, sort of the governmental commentary in the show as well. This is Rod. This isn't Todd. This is Rod. You know, he's just the sort of super innocent kid raised by religious parents. There's not much to his character except he's innocent. Like, that's his character. He goes in D tier for me, and honestly Todd can go right next to him. Todd goes above him in my opinion, to be completely honest. There we go. And then Todd can go here because I do think Todd is slightly more interesting than Rod. The episode where Rod and Todd climb the church and then say they're gay. Yeah, that's so funny. Marge Simpson made us gay. Yeah. Great episode. Selma. above Patty because, you know, Selma is a very lonely person. She's looking for a man. You know, she was engaged to, for some reason the name slips my mind, but it said his name before, so you know I know his name. Troy Mcclure. She was engaged to Troy Mcclure. Selma, and you know, she's genuinely a lonely character. You know, Patty is just sort of mean, but Selma is, I feel like Selma has a soft spot in her. Another reason I liked Patty was that you know, obviously she's a lesbian character, and that episode where she was getting married and then the dude was pretending to be a lady to marry her, and I'm like, what? And I feel like this episode for me was actually an introduction to like just, you know, that world, I guess, and it was really interesting, and I really appreciate that. Obviously now it's obvious, but at the time I appreciated that she stood her ground, because I guess when I was younger I would have thought, oh, I guess she could still marry him, but you know, knowing now it's like, oh yeah, well, she's into women, then she's not gonna marry a dude, obviously. So yeah, I liked that a lot. But yeah, back to Selma. She's not an A tier character. She's not an A tier character for me, but she is a high B tier, and she is above Patty. I'm gonna put her here. I'm putting her there. Okay, Sherry and Terry, they're twins. They're Sheldon and Terry. I don't know what to say about Sherry and Terry. They're just the twins in the show. Sometimes they're Lisa's friends, oftentimes they're not. Yeah, nah, there's not much to say about Sherry and Terry in my opinion, but they are above E tier in my opinion. So I will put them in D tier. I'll put them here. I'll put them there. Skinner, A tier minimum. Now I'm thinking, because I put Mo in S tier. A big reason why I put Mo in S tier is because he has the reactions with Bart where Bart prank calls him and then he reacts to those. Skinner is similar, where a lot of his interactions happen with Bart. So Bart pulls him up as a character. But at the same time, Skinner is a lot of a character on his own, because he has a lot to him. You know, he's in love with Edna. He lives with his mother. He's the head teacher of the school. So we get so many moments with him. And there are loads of moments where he becomes, you know, the big man. And he has that meme, which is like him looking down and saying pathetic, which is great. And you have steamed hams. Skinner is a fantastic character. He's going in A tier. He's going above. Skinner is A tier. Like, he's above Abe in my opinion. Like, Skinner is fantastic. I actually think I like Skinner more than I like Mo as a character. Here's the thing, right? It's either I put Skinner in S tier along with Mo, or I put Mo in A tier with Skinner. But those prank calls, the only thing is those prank calls. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like this. He's at the top of A tier. He's at the very top of A tier. I'm gonna keep it like this. Waylon Smithers. His character is cool. Obviously he's in love with Mr. Burns, and it's really funny, and he's just his assistant. I feel like that's all there really is to him. We don't get many episodes with him, you know, aside from those two qualities. And also, you know, he's like a gay character as well, so they have some fun with that too. I don't really know, like, there's not too much of his character, so I wouldn't put him in A tier, but I like his character a lot. I feel like, here's the problem, right? A lot of the jokes, I feel like the punchline was just that he was gay, and so he didn't have moments for himself to be funny, you know? A lot of times he was the punchline, so that means he's not really a B tier character for me. I'm gonna put him in C tier because he did still have funny moments. Let me think about this. We'll put him here. No, we'll put him here. Yeah, we're gonna put Smithers there. He's also the voice of reason when it comes to Burns, so I'd at least put him in bottom A tier. The voice of reason, I guess, like, yeah, you know, Burns has his crazy ideas, and then Smithers as his assistant, you know, talks him off the ledge, I guess. But I don't know, like, how often does that happen really though? I know, and you know, when Mr. Burns forgets Homer's name, Smithers reminds him. I just don't think he's on the same level as the B tier characters. That's the only thing for me. Snake, obviously he's the criminal of Springfield. I'm not putting him in B tier 50. For me, he's not B tier. He's a cool character. He's just a criminal though, isn't it? That's all he is. I'm putting Snake in D tier. He does have some funny interactions with Homer though, especially his car. I think his car, like, episode of Homer is funny. He's moving up. He's actually moving up to high D tier. Oh, he's definitely better than Rainier Wolfcastle. Definitely. Ah, you know what's funny about this? Lou is pointing his gun at him. I like that. You know what? We're gonna keep it like this. Yeah. I'm actually thinking about moving Rainier Wolfcastle down to D. Yeah, I'm moving him down. I'm moving him down. Rainier Wolfcastle is going to D. Troy McClure. Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from such shows as we love Troy McClure. Great character. Great, fantastic character. We love Troy. Where did I put Lionel Hutz? I feel like Troy for me is on the same level as Lionel Hutz. I think he's on the same level. Willie, let's go. Oh, that is a freaking clip. Oh no. No, but Willie's a great character. We really like Willie as well. I think he's gonna go in B. I really like the episode where he saves the kids, you know, like he rips off his shirt and he climbs through the vents. And it's always funny when he rips off his shirt, he suddenly has like a six-pack and all that. I find that really funny too. Yeah, he's a B tier character for me. I really like that line where it's like, even Scots hate Scots. Like, that's funny. Yeah, Willie will go here. I'm gonna put Willie here. I think I'm happy with this, but let me keep looking. So, happy. I feel like, I don't know if Mo really should be S tier, now that I think about it. Mo is great, but if I'm thinking S tier, is he on the level of Homer, Bart, Marge, and Lisa? He's not. He's just not. I have to put him on A tier. He's on the same level as Skinner though. He's on the same level as Skinner. Happy with all of these. Yeah. Yep, I'm happy. I'm even thinking, should I move Fat Tony down? I'm thinking of putting Fat Tony in high B tier now. Because his character is great, but his character is just not on these characters' level. But he introduces crime to Springfield. Like, he's aside from Snake, but like he's the sort of organized crime, and that makes for a lot of great moments. I have to move him down to B. He just doesn't, he's not on the same level as these characters in my opinion. I have to move him down to B, but he'll be very high B. Because then I'm like, I feel like if he's going to be A tier, then Apu definitely needs to be A tier as well. Like, that's just how I feel. Like, Apu needs to be A tier if he's going to be A tier. So maybe I should just do that. Maybe I should just move them both into A tier. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I'm going to move Apu into A tier, and I'll move him into A tier as well. B tier, yes. Yeah, that's pretty good. C tier. Yeah, I'm happy with this. D tier. I'm thinking about moving some down to E. I'm thinking about moving this dude down to E tier, honestly. I'm gonna move him down to E, yeah. I'm even thinking of moving Lou to E tier as well. Oh no, this isn't even Lou. I don't know this dude's freaking name. If I move him to E tier, I feel like I should move Lou to D tier. Okay, I'll keep him where he is. You know what? I'm happy with this. So how do you guys feel about it? How do you feel? 50 saying Skinner should be in S. Skinner's great, but I'm not putting him in S tier. I've already decided now. I'm gonna keep it. Eddie's the policeman. Yeah. Oh crap. Yeah, Eddie. Yeah. You know what? For some reason, I always thought he was Eddie and he was Lou. But you're right. It is the other way around. I mostly agree, but Skinner and Mo should be in S tier. Yeah, they're hard ones. They are hard ones. But I just... Putting them in S tier puts them on the level with Homer, Bart, Marge, and Lisa, which I just don't think they should be. I just don't think so, you know? Plus, S tier is supposed to be very, like, exclusive. There aren't supposed to be that many in S tier. Disgusting tier lists change everything. Lisa should be F tier? I love Lisa. I think Lisa's great. All right, you know what? I like this. We're going to save it. Gonna download it to my computer. And we'll call it there. Thank you guys for joining me on my Simpsons tier list.